Good morning. What about politics? How should we feel about that? I'll talk about that in just a second. The climate today is really difficult. People are getting upset and angry a lot on the internet, Facebook, different places about politics. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent or whatever you might be, whatever political affiliation that you're with, how do we deal with that as a Christian? Well, honestly, it's not really easy. But I'll give a few points about how I try to deal with it. And I'll be honest with you, I don't always succeed. Sometimes I find it really difficult too. It's a tough topic. But in any case, I'll talk about that. The first thing that we have to consider is what the candidate we might be supporting's platform is. In other words, what do they say they support? Now, is that true? Is it always true that they support actually what they say? No. Sometimes they just tell us things because they want to get our vote. So as a Christian, how do we discern and who do we put our support behind? That's tough. I will tell you how I do it. I try to look at a candidate's platform. I try to see what they believe, or at least what they say they believe. And I look at all candidates involved, and then I make my decision based on those expressed beliefs. Now, I don't have any illusions about people not being what they say they are. I don't think that we can elect a perfect person. Do you remember when the Jewish nation cried out to God and said, "Give us a king"? And God's like, "You don't need a king. You know, I'm your king. You know, if you want a king like the other nations, there's things that are going to happen. He's going to take your young men and put them in the military. He's going to, ask you for money. And I'm not going to do those things. If I'm the king, I'm just going to lead you." But the people still insisted that they wanted a king. Well, God gave them one. And sometimes they had good kings, but a lot of times they had bad kings. My point is that when we put people in charge of us, things are not always going to be perfect. Now, how do we deal with that? With those imperfections? Well, we deal with it with grace and with kindness. There are people that get really upset if you say you support a particular political candidate or you oppose a different one. But that's not how, as Christians, we really should behave. We probably should be saying, whoever's in office, I'm going to pray for, and I'm going to try to support the things about them that I agree with as much as I can. And I'm going to try to stand up and be truthful when they make a mistake or they do something that I don't like or I think's wrong. I'm not going to persecute them. I'm going to try to support them. And I'm going to pray for them. I think that's the role of Christians, is to pray for our leaders. Whatever they believe, remember what you believe. So many of us forget that, we're citizens of this United States, and I'm a proud American, and I'm patriotic, and my family's been in the military, and, all of those wonderful things. But honestly, I just live here. My citizenship is in heaven, and God and Christ is my King. Thanks for listening. Be kind to each other, even about politics. Have a good day.